Welcome back to the Larson Ice Center. Your Wisconsin Selects taking on the Minnesota Ice Cougars. These two teams faced off in Somerset earlier in the season. Wisconsin Selects taking that showdown 2-0, 2 games to nothing. I think this is Minnesota's first game today. Selects working on game 2, so this should be a little different matchup from the previous 20-minute halves. 2 halves, 20 minutes. Selects in the red pennies. Ice Cougars wearing the white jerseys. As referees are about ready to get this thing started. Little last-minute instruction. Sierra Andert covering the pipes for the Selects today. Coleman, nice job in the front game. Sierra getting the nod here, game 2. Russ asked if they want to switch sides of the ice first or second half. Last time they started opposite side. Let's see what they decide this time. Girls are all lined up. Chess pieces have been chosen. Bailey Shue, Ava Kilgora out on the front side. Missing a winger, so I think it's Adams. Backside will be Sophia Johnson and Annika Olinsky. They are indeed going to switch sides, so they'll start the halves opposite side like they do in the second period. Adams late to the ice here. She's on. 20-minute halves as they get ready to move. Ava Kilgora squares in at center as we get ready for puck drop. Selects Ice Cougars. Faceoff goes well past Sophia Johnson. On the forecheck is the Cougars as they get to it first. Picked up by the Cougars. Will put it back to the point. Back there, shot on. Blocked in front, sitting in middle. Picked up, Bailey Shue, left side. Tries to go right side over to Kilgora. Going to be an ice if it reaches, and it's gonna. That'll come all the way down here into the select zone in front of Andert. Missed it by about 2 feet. Good idea, just slightly strong on the touch. 20 seconds ticked off here. We'll get ready to go as Ava squares in. Left side of the goaltender. Face-off comes back, shot on. Stick to the side by Sierra. Adams plays one off the glass. They're waving ice off. Good touch there by Sophia Johnson. As that comes back to Johnson on the red line. Looks for a regroup, gets it to Olinsky. Olinsky from the blue line puts it off the boards to Adams. Jacobson hops on and reprieve for Kilgora. Johnson far side, all the way behind her goal. Looks for the stretch pass up to Bailey. Nice job by Bailey. She gets a tip on it as that goes all the way down to the Cougars goaltender. Cougars goaltender puts it up to a defenseman. They try a stretch pass, denied by Lila Reed as she puts it deep into the Cougar zone. Cougars are going to try to reverse this, rim it around. Comes far corner, deep in the Cougar zone. Forechecking is Elliott with Duncan and Jacobson. Reese Duncan trying to pick a pocket, can't quite get there. Jacobson releases from net side. She goes into the corner, it's picked up. Here's Duncan. Duncan gets out front. Oh, good pass. Hits the skate of Elliott. Unlucky. Should be an ice by the Cougars here. And it is 18:30 left to play. Icing Cougars. Face-off coming upside. Offensive zone face-off, rather. It's going to be Kivel with Izzy Johnson. Leistig. Backside will be Reed and Dogs as we get it to the right side of the Cougars goaltender. Face-off one. Here comes Johnson. Shot on. Good save by the goaltender. Johnson behind the net. She's got 2 Cougars back there with her. Johnson does a nice job, gets it out front, plays ping pong a little bit there out top. Finally comes out of the zone, picked up. It's Kivel. Kivel goes far side. Here's Johnson, tries to step around a Cougar player, gets it stuck in a skate. She'll skate through center, moves right side. She's going to go all the way in, half boards, tries to leave it, send it back to the point, and intercepted by the Cougars. Held the zone there is Paisley Leistig, though, as she moves it right side, trying to get it deep and puts a soft one into the corner as she goes for a change. Cougars pick it up. They try center. Kivel right in front. Oh, my goodness. Right off the mask of the Cougars goaltender. Good pocket pick there by Kivel. able to get a shot on. Might be leaving a dent in that face mask. Have to take a look later on. Comes half board side. Larson's there. Marley Larson wearing number 1. Clearly forgot jerseys this morning. She was 31. But they play on. Here's the Cougars. They're going to try to exit the zone. They send it off the glass. Should be an ice if it reaches, and it is. Face-off upcoming inside the Cougar zone. Kivel with an opportunity there. Good hustle play. Picks a pocket, gets the puck, puts it off the mask. Larson right side, Smith left side. Levelholtz centering. Katzma and Rogers back on D. Face-off comes to Smith. She gets bumped out of the way. Moves it to Levelholtz. Comes off the boards, past Smith's stick and out into the neutral zone. One-on-one, good back check here by Larson. Cougars bring it into the zone. Off the board, Smith to Levelholtz. Levelholtz trying to turn and burn with it. She's able to get it. Gets in the skates. Smith gets it. She puts it deep. Larson's going to be on the chase. Back there's Larson. Smith is now back there trying to get it. She's got opening. Oh, she just missed Levelholtz in the center. Goes past Katzma as well. It's going to go all the way down. Katzma's going to pick it up behind the goal line. She's going to take, survey. Goes off the board side. Here's Levelholtz. Levelholtz tries to leave it for Smith. Intercepted by the Cougars. Cougars are trying to come in. Goes in the middle. All the way back here to the point. Levelholtz, nice poke check. Levelholtz has it. Tries to put it off the boards. Couldn't get enough on it. It's picked up by Smith. She backhands it in. And fresh legs coming on. Kilgora, Shue, and Duncan come on. Cougars trying to move center outlet. Good read there. Sophia Johnson stepping in front of that. Stretch pass from the Cougars. Cougars from their own blue line. That's an ice if it reaches. Indeed it does. Icing Cougars. 16:04 left in the first half. Don't have a shot on net yet. Should have one as Kivel put one off the mask. 16:04, Ava Kilgora coming in with Adams and Shue on the wing side. Cougars win that back. They try to go off the half boards. And it's taken by Kilgora. Kilgora trying to move that center. Couldn't get it over to Shue. It hit a shin pad. Nice steal there by Shue. She holds the zone, puts it deep. Behind the net. Girls try to play it. Oh, good stick again. That's Bailey Shue. Kilgora tries to backhand it to Adams on the far side. Cougars pick it up. They'll reverse it. Try to come half boards. Able to, and they look to exit. Good step by Kilgora. Gets a skate in the way. Finally comes to the neutral zone. Cougars pick it up. Should be offsides. Yeah, stepped early. Nice shot by the selects there. 15:27 left in the first half. Knotted at 0. Jacobson, Elliott, Duncan coming out. Backside will be Johnson and Olinsky. Face off 1. Cougars are able to take hold of it, move it right wing side all the way into the zone. Johnson wins the race. She puts it hard up on the boards as they battle on. Duncan Jacobson also there for assistance. Cougars able to maintain possession. Trying to center it. Squirts out. Johnson, nice reverse behind the net. Johnson comes out, half boards, takes a look far side. Cougars able to step in front of that. They had Abby Elliott moving right side there on a stretch. Cougars bring it in the zone. Pull a knee break, take a look, come back to the point. 1 point. Oh, good play, but it's picked up. Here's selects. It's Jacobson. Jacobson goes right side to Elliott. Elliott has it. She goes right in the middle. Oh, and it was almost picked up by Duncan there for a heck of an opportunity. Good play by the Cougars, getting a stick on that before it was problems. Dogs. Blue line, center outlet to Duncan. Duncan trying to move it to Elliott, gets a skate on it, but it's not enough. Cougars try to bring it up center street. Able to, nice move here as she goes around left side, tries to center it. Elliott there, moves it to her wingmate, Duncan. Shot on, up and over the net. Cougars heavy on the forecheck, try to bring it around Andert. Goes in the backside of her. It's played up to Elliott on the wing boards. The girls are battling on the half boards. Cougars keep the zone. Put one in, float it up and over. Rims around. Far side, now reversed around by the Cougars. Here we are from the top. Good skate block there by Elliott. Rebound by the Cougars. Good save by Andert. She's able to get a glove on it, get a whistle, and we'll set it up again here. 13:49 left to play in the first. Andert with the answer on that one. Good block at the first shot. Cougars sticking with it, able to get shot number 2 off. Good quality chance there. Leistig wins that one. It's going to come all the way down and around. Dogs just chasing in the corner. Cougars put it back around. Leistig picks it up in back. Puck is on edge. She's trying to settle it. She'll get it to Izzy Johnson on the half boards. Johnson doesn't like what she sees. Reverts back to Dogs in the back of the net. Nice little backhanded outlet pass there by Kivel. Leistig couldn't reach it. It's going to go back to Dogs. Dogs in back with a Cougar member. Cougars, nice reverse out of it. She's going to come in front. She's going to circle. Leaves it for the point. Shot on. Tip opportunity missed. That goes wide. On the half boards, it's Izzy Johnson along with Lila Reed. Lila escapes out of that, comes up half boards. Johnson with a poke. She's able to get a poke on it. It's going to come up to Keeble. Keeble cuts center, tries to go through the feet of a Cougar player. Good opportunity there. Cougar player thwarts it and puts it aside. Keeble comes in. She's looking. Tries to get Leistig in middle. Just misses on the pass. That puck goes into the zone of the Selects. Picked up. It's going to be Rogers all the way to Katzma. Katzma off the boards to Smith. Smith tries to reverse it to Penny. Levelholtz just misses on a backhanded outlet. Cougars put that up and over the net. Andert lets it go long. Smith in there trying to battle. Cougars able to hold the zone. They come up, top of circle. Good stick lift there by Levelholtz. Finally a shot on. Andert gloving that away for a whistle. Select's having a hard time breaking it out of the zone here. Cougars are reading their zone outlet pretty well. See if they can make some adjustments. That's going to go far side. Larson's trying to get there. Can't reach it. Comes around the back. Here's Penny. Levelholtz. Look out in front. Oh, my goodness. Almost stepped that around, but Andert able to go left to right in a hurry and cover the post. She gets it with a right pad save. Nice save by Andert. Goes off the stick of the Cougar player. That's going to come far side up to the point. Shot on. Stick to side. It's in front. That comes out left side. Smith trying to get there. Couldn't get there in time. That's going to be picked up. Finally, Levelholtz picks that up. She's trying to go off the boards to Larson. Larson's not home. She was already flying high. She's able to get that out. Smith able to get that. She has it left side now. She puts a soft one down the ice. Larson lost her stick. Trying to get there in time. Levelholtz also there to help out. Levelholtz from the middle. Shot on by Larson. Just missed. Here's Sophia Johnson stepping up. Puts a soft one in as we try to get fresh legs on. Johnson, Smith, and Larson. Nice little work there along with Levelholtz. In here's Adams. She's trying to make it happen behind the net. Whole slew of players behind the net there. As the puck is stuck in the back. Good read there by Bailey Shue. She's able to put a stop to it. That's going to go down and around. Frozen Cameron back. Oh, what a save there. Adams was in front. That was Lila Reed with a good shot. And it was put aside. As that comes far side, Cougars have it in trouble, and they're going to dump it the distance. It's going to be a nice face-off upcoming. It's going to reset the camera here. She a little choppy. Larson Ice Center coming with some Wi-Fi, which is always good, but Jackrabbits, the South Dakota State University Jackrabbits, played in front of us, so big crowd here. They took that game 5-0 over the Royals from North Dakota. Lots of folks here on the guest Wi-Fi, so see if I can't get this fixed before face-off, as the goaltender's having an equipment issue down on the ice for the Cougars. Looks like a strap came loose as they work to try to get that handled. 0-0. Shots in favor of the Cougars. 3-1 here. As goaltender gets the strap fixed. And we'll get ready to play. That puck goes down and around. And picked up. It's Shue. Shue has it. Tries to leave it for Adams middle ice. Couldn't quite get there in time. And that's going to come all the way down. Kilgora hard on the forecheck. Shoe releases from net side to get there. Adams has to retrieve it on the half boards, far side. She spins with it, tries to get it out to her center, Ava Kilgora. Stuck on the half boards here as they battle on. 10 minutes left to play in the half. As that goes up and out of the zone, picked up Olinsky with a spinorama fire into the zone. Cougars try to chip that up to get it deep. Top of circles, it's Olinsky. She goes far side to Shoe. Shoe's over there, can't advance it forward. Finally able to. Second opportunity is Jacobson. She was looking for Adams. Adams was going for a change as Elliott pops on. Cougars come middle. Looking for a shot. She's able to get it off, and nice save there by Andert. Able to put that into a chest. 9:31 left here in the first. Shots in favor of the Cougars, 4-1. Elliott, Duncan, Jacobson with Dogs and Reed on the backside. Face off one to the selects deep in the zone. Here's Dogs. She has it. She's going to move it around. Rim it. Comes to the half boards. Unable to exit. Cougars are able to hold the zone. Fire it wide right. Deep in the zone. Battle ensues. Dogs lost a stick. She's kicking it like a Mia Hamm style, if you will, in the corner. And comes out to the Cougars. Shot on. That goes short side. Misses the net. Picked up. It's Reed. Backhands it to Elliott. Elliott, nice chip there. She gets it to Duncan right side. Duncan moves right side. Tries to come up center street. And it's blocked by the Cougars as that's deep into the Cougar zone behind the net. And that's picked up as they try to exit. It's center street. Cougars. Good stick poke there. It's Dogs getting a stick on that. Good poke check. Minnesota deep into the corner. They're taking a look. Good stick by Reed, goes up and over Andert. It's in the corner. Leisteg's on it along with Reed. Battle ensues. Pops out to the half board. Shot on. Glove save Andert. 8:26 as girls look for a change. Some fresh legs coming on. Izzy Johnson, Morgan Kivel coming on. Leisteg stays at center. Backside will be Rogers with Katzma on the defensive side. Right side of Andert, face off won by the Cougars. Cougars have it back here. Shot on, goes middle. It's blocked. Johnson tries to spin with it. Gets it to Leisteg. Leisteg off the boards, and she's hustling hard. So is Kivel. Just missed it. They had two people motoring towards that puck. Rogers picks it up, left edge, tries to get it to Johnson. It's returned back. It's Katzma, blue line, tries to go far side. It's chipped by the Cougars, and Katzma's able to retrieve it and send it deep into the zone. It's on the half boards. Cougars try to put it off the boards. Katzma's able to hold the zone. She puts it deep. Oh, there's that door again. Zamboni door hits it, goes, and that's going to be an ice if it reaches, and it does. Went right past Rogers for an ice. Face-off coming up inside the Cougar zone. It's going to be left side of the Cougars goaltender. Got that camera restarted. Looks like she's waking up down there. 7:40 left in the first. Shots in favor again of the Cougars, 5-1. Levelholt, Smith, and Larson on the front side. Rogers, Katzma on the back. Penny wins that back. Chloe can't win the race. She corrals it outside the blue line, then puts it deep. Delayed offsides is gone. Penny, heck of a effort by Penny. Tries to backhand it to Smith. Gets blocked away. It's in the Cougar zone, and they're finally able to leave with it. Here comes the Cougars as they put it in the zone deep. Cougars have it. Now it's up to Larson. Larson has it. Tries to move it center to Penny. She's able to. Penny has it. She's coming up center street. Loses it. Going to be offsides by a half a step. Girls were moving and spinning. Good shift there. First time we saw some action. Levelholt's doing most of the work there. Kilgora's going to line up here. She's got Adams and Shoe. Face-off is one back to the Cougars. They try to put it off the boards. Comes deep. Olinsky, D to D. It's Johnson. Johnson misplays it once. Twice she's able to get it out. In the middle of the neutral zone, comes back to Johnson. Johnson off the boards again. Hits a Cougar player, negates icing as Chase is on. Cougars pick that up, send it off the boards. Johnson able to step in front of that. Cougars had a player coming off the bench for a stretch there. So Johnson, good at spatial awareness, stepping in front of that one. Comes out of the pile, still holding the zone. It's Sophia Johnson. Comes back to Johnson. She tries to move it to Kilgora. Kilgora's there. Backhand. What a shot. Misses wide left. That was Bailey Shue all alone. Great backhanded pass there by Kilgora to Shue. Heck of an opportunity. Just missed the connection. Face-off coming up inside the Cougar zone. 6:17 left to play in the first half. Jacobson, Elliott, Duncan, Dogs, Lila Reed coming out on the selects as we get a wholesale change. Face-off to the half boards. Cougars pick it up, backhand it down and around. Far corner, it's going to be Duncan. Tries to put a body on it, couldn't get all of it. Dogs picks that up, neutral side. Comes back, blue line, Lila Reed with a turnaround pass. Missed it, picked up by the Cougars, shot on. Good pad save there by Andert. She gets a left pad on it. Cougars battling behind the net. Comes out, selects, pick it up, looking for a stretch. Dogs trying to get that up to Leistig. Couldn't quite get it up there. It does exit the zone for a reset. Dogs and Reed back on D. Dogs able to tie up her opponent. Puts it off the half boards. Leistig picks it up, tries to reverse it down and around. Able to, comes to Larson. Sorry, that was Lila Reed. Lila Reed in there along with Elliott. Elliott sends it the distance. Should be an ice. Indeed it is. 5:19 left. Ice in the call. Face-off coming down by Andert. Rogers and Kaspa coming on the back. Johnson and Kivel along with Leistig on the front. 5:19 left to play in the half. This will be right side of Anders. Face off one to the side. Kaspa was able to get to it. She's trying to move it around. Cougars player with the backhanded pass in front. What a block. Johnson able to get a stick on that. Anders able to answer the call in front of the net with a butterfly save. Good opportunity for the Cougars. Thwarted aside there by a combination of Johnson and Andert. 5:08 left. Leistig squares in, right side. Gets it to Katzma. Katzma sends it all the way around, rims around. Here's Kivel. Kivel tries to move it up. Rogers steps in front of it, can't get it out. Cougars play it deep. It's Leistig. She puts it around to Izzy Johnson. Izzy reverses around to the back of the net, gives it to Katzma. Katzma around Andert. She's got Leistig breaking up top. She hits she got her. It's a 2-on-0. Look out. Here's Kivel. Oh, what a play by Kivel. And the back door works. Let's see if I can get that replay. I went to that camera and it froze. What a pass by Leistig to Kivel. Kivel picks it up, fakes the shot, and goes around the goaltender for a goal. That's a 1-0 lead there for the Selects. Big one as they were getting outworked for a while there that period. Gonna have to reset that camera again. She's struggling down there. What a pass from Leistig to Kivel. Kivel with a good move. Going to be an ice by the Selects off the face-off. That was Olinsky. 4:35 left in the first. Selects taking the 1-0 lead. Excellent stretch pass from Katzma out to Leistig. Leistig drawing the defenseman. And it was really a 2-on-0, so she just had to bring the goalie with her. And goalie moves over to cover Kivel, but Kivel smartly steps around. Cougars win the face-off. They skate it around up top of the circles. Comes all the way back. It's Kivel trying to put a chip and run up there to Johnson. Leistig from behind the net. She's going to pick it up. Leistig from the half boards. Puts it off the boards. It's Johnson. Good move by Johnson. She picks it up. Right side. Tries to move it over. Hits the breezers of a Cougar player. And that stays in the zone so far as Johnson tried to poke at it. Just missed. Picked up by Olinsky. And she puts it deep. 4 minutes left here in the first half. Cougars pick it up. Half boards. They try to come out left side. Hits a skate. Larson picks that up. Larson losing an edge there as that goes all the way back. Here's Levelholtz. Levelholtz picks it up. There's Johnson. Johnson has it. Moves center. She'll come far side. Right side. She puts it deep. Levelholtz on the forecheck. 3:37. There's Levelholtz taking a look. Trying to make a move. Smith is there on the boards. Battling, the puck comes out behind her It's the Cougars. Levelholtz goes in there, just misses on the poke check. Oh, what a read. Kayla Dogg's able to step in front of that stretch pass from the Cougars. Smith picks that up. Oh, turnaround shot. Quick little shot as Levelholtz was darting to the net there. One rebound given up. That would have been a goal. Good hustle play. Shots 7-3 in favor of the Cougars. Showing some signs of life here. Going to be to the left side of the Cougar goaltender. Face off, one back. Dog shot on. Good shot. Low rebound. Smith is in there. Levelholtz got leveled, if you will. She looks okay. As they fight back, it's Lila Reed all the way behind Andert. Comes up on the half boards, comes out. Smith picks that up. She's going to try to skate it. Oh, good move there by Smith. She gets it deep into the zone. That's going to allow a couple fresh legs on as she continues on the forecheck. Good move by Smith. Picked up, it's Adams. Adams has that as they try to get it out. Oh, stops at a Cougar's foot. They'll go right side now as Dogs has to make some ground up. That comes all the way up. Good play by Adams. Steps around at far side. It's going to be Shu. Shu has it. She's looking for Levelholtz. Levelholtz. Oh, just couldn't pull the trigger. She got jammed on that pass by Shu. Good back and forth there from the girls. Levelholtz had to catch that in between her legs. Tough for a shot. Nice lead from Shu to Adams. Adams left side. Adams goes around, has a top of circle. Showing some nifty stick work, shot, and a save by the Cougars goaltender. Select starting to find the rhythm here deep into the first half. 2:05 left, 1-0. Again, the breakout passes were the problem for the Selects in the first part of the half, and they finally found a way to get it. They're continuing the pressure in the offensive zone. Cougars win that. They're going to rim it around far side. Half boards. Here's the Cougars as they look for center outlet, and they have it. Rogers has got to bleed on her horse, able to. Uses her body, shields the puck. Gets it back to her D partner, Katzma. Katzma tries to get it off the boards and out. And that is up on the blue line, battling for it. It's Ava Kilgora. Cougars hold the zone. Friendly fire as that hits a shin guard of the Cougar player. Rogers puts her opponent in the boards. That comes right out front. Shot and a goal. That puck came off the back end, and they were able to center that right in front here in the replay. Defenseman dropped down all alone, called for it, put it on the tape, 1-1. Cougars answering here with 1:31 left to play in the half. Jacobson with Elliott and Duncan. Johnson and Olinsky back on D. Johnson picks that up. Elliott trying to move that off the boards. Couldn't get enough of it. Picked up by Olinsky. Olinsky to Elliott. Elliott spins out of trouble on the half boards. Jacobson on a back check. Couldn't stop that as the Cougars put it deep. Down around. That's going to be picked up. Here's Jacobson trying to move it through. Stuck on the half boards. Waiting to get up. Can't quite do it. Picked up by the Cougars, top of circle. Shot on, wide right. Picked up by the Cougars, far side. They're going to go down and around. 49 seconds left in the period. As that goes up into the glass and out. Nice touch. That's not going to be an ice. On the forecheck is Elliott along with Jacobson. Cougars try to play it. Duncan tries to get a stick in there. She's going to battle with the Cougar player. It comes up the half boards. Cougars leave with it. Speed on the right side. Over the red line and deep. Andert comes out. Strange bounce. She lets it go. As the Cougars have it at the faceoff dot. Try to play it back to their point. They have it. Shot on. Good tip. Blocked out of the way by Sophia Johnson as they try to come out center. Pass Jacobson to Elliott. Elliott hard on the forecheck, and that is chipped all the way back to the Wisconsin select zone. Indirect. Here's Leisteg. Just couldn't quite beat her opponent there. Olinsky steps on that. Finally, the whistle to end the half. Excellent half of hockey, 1-1. We're going to go to an intermission, and we will be back. We'll see you in 15 minutes. And second half about to get underway here from Brookings, South Dakota. Larson Ice Center. Wisconsin selects Minnesota Ice Cougars. Fresh cut ice. A little water back in the corners here. Coach is giving some last instruction until we get this thing underway. Andert in net for the selects. Knotted at 1. Select struggling early in the game. Found their momentum as the period and half went on. Ended strong, but not before the Cougars could respond to a 1-0 deficit to knot this thing up. Duncan, Jacobson, Elliott on the front. Johnson, Olinsky on the back. Refs are in location, ready to get started here as we approach the start of the second half. Puck is dropped, comes back to the Selects defenseman. That's Olinsky. She sends it far side to Duncan. Couldn't reach her. Johnson meets her opponent at the red line, and that goes deep inside. Elliott on the forecheck. Couldn't get there in time. Cougars leave, come up left side. They put it deep into the zone. Comes all the way around behind Andert. And that's going to be moved far side, rimmed up on the boards. It's Duncan. She's looking for a centering pass to Jacobson. No ice as that's able to be touched before the red line. Duncan's in there trying to cause problems. Johnson pinches hard on the left side, comes back. Jacobson cover and holds the zone. Second attempt for the Cougars is able to exit the zone. Selects get it in the neutral zone, put it deep, far side, rims around. Izzy Johnson off the bench along with Morgan Kivel and Leistig, Paisley. That comes the other way as Minnesota is able to put a stop to it. Good toe drag there by a Cougar player as that gets put wide right off the half boards. Centered shot on by the Cougars. Andert puts that into the corner. Girls play on. 18:50 left here in the second half. Comes up on the half boards. Cougars pick it up in the middle. Shot on. Good blocker saved by Andert. Pushes it to the right side. Behind the Selects net. It's picked up. It's Dogs. Dogs tries to exit on the half boards. Battle ensues with Kivel and a Cougar. That's reversed around as Dogs. Dogs doesn't like the look. Nope. Reverses out of it. Tries to move it up to the half board side with Johnson. Johnson and Dogs deep in the corner. Leistig waiting for a puck to squirt out. Puck is still deep in the corner. I can see it moving. Finally, here's Leistig. She has it. She's going to try to get an outlet pass to Smith off the bench. Couldn't get there. Good stick, though, and back. That's going to be Lila Reed, or no. Yes, Reed. Up to Leistig. Leistig moving through neutral zone. Loses the handle. Gets in front of her. Comes in right side. Reed's got to chase it. Andert able to stick that aside. Comes up to Katzma. Katzma has it. Goes center to Leistig. Leistig off the boards. Up to Smith. Smith has it. She's got Larson far side. She hits Larson. Here's Larson. Shot on. Bad save. Smith's got to hustle to it. Trying to pick a pocket. Able to, and she sends it deep to Larson. Larson from the half boards has it. Goes off Smith's skates. Levelholtz picks it up. Shot on. Wide left. Katzma holds his own. Sends it around. Penny behind the net. Trying to move it. Loses the handle. Comes up on the half boards. Rogers able to hold the zone. Goes deep in the corner. Cougars put that down. I think that's on net, though. Andert's going to have to play that. No. Misses by a fraction of an inch there for an ice. Selects going quick changes here, trying to keep the girls fresh. Good opportunity there from Smith to Larson there and just missed. Shu, Kilgora, Adams, Katzma, and Rogers as that comes back. Here's Adams. She has it deep in the corner. She works the forecheck. Good job. Comes around, tries for a pass, throw it off to the side on the half boards. Adams fights on. Picked up by Kilgora, backhanded to Shu in the middle. Deflected up and out as Rogers steps in on the neutral zone. Shu sends that in. Misplayed by a Cougar player. That's going to come left side. Kilgora picks it up, backhands it down and around. Behind the goaltender, it's Shu and Adams. They're behind the net. Trying to work that puck around as that is again behind the net. Picked up. Shu tries to center it, no one home. Good idea by Shu there. Went right to the backside of Kilgora. Rogers, good defensive play. She's going to move that up to Shu. Shu still has it. She's going to finally take a shot, goes wide to the right. She's able to get a change, at least the rest of her shift is, as the Cougars try to backhand that out center street. Olinsky picks that up in the neutral zone, goes off the boards, indirect pass, misplayed by the Cougars. That'll go deep into the Cougar zone. Forechecking hard is Jacobson. She gets her opponent to stop. Now off the half boards. Cougars try to move center out. And they're able to now right side. Bring it up over the red line, look for a deep dump, and they'll get it. 15:50 left to play here. Deep into the corner as Jacobson's back there to help out from a center position. She's looking to leave, tries to go far side. She had her wingmate Elliott open and couldn't get it there. Oh, good poke by Duncan, not enough. Shot on, goes up and over the net of Anders, as that's going to be played now by the Cougars. Jacobson in the corner trying to move that. Comes right out front, shot on. Anders able to glove that down and get a whistle. $15:26 left here. It's going to be to the right side of Anders. Johnson, Kivel, and Leistig coming out. Olinsky and Johnson in the back. That's going to be played rimmed around. Off the boards to Kivel. Kivel has it, tries to move it to Leistig. Leistig's able to get it up. It's Johnson, left side. Johnson has it. She's going to cut in front, try to make a move. Oh, she went right around her, just couldn't get the shot off. She got handcuffed there at the end. Sophia able to keep the zone. Olinsky's got to get on her horse. Olinsky, nice job getting back on the back check there. Sophia was trying to make a move and pull a string and just missed it. That comes to her sister Izzy, far side. What a feed to Kivel. Kivel tries to come up, reverses around, tries to cut through middle. Loses the handle. It's in back. But here's Kivel trying to get to Leistig. Leistig with a shot. And that goes back to the top of the circles. Here's Paisley. Leistig. She has it. Trying to reverse around to get it to her line mate. Still in the corner. Cougars able to walk out with it. Kivel is on it. That's iced by the Cougars if it reaches, and it will. Face-off coming up inside the zone. Smith, Levelholtz, Larson coming out on the front end. What an opportunity there by Izzy Johnson. Face-off going to be the left side of Cougars goaltender. Face-off comes out. Cougars have it. Smith can't pick the pocket there as they come in right side. Reed's got to get on her horse. Centering pass. Good defensive pickup by Dogs. Gets under the stick. Levelholtz is battling. It's against the boards again. Whole slew of players in there, 2-2. Squirts out. Cougars get it. They play it back to the half boards. Try to play it back to their points. A backwards pass. No ice. Chase is on, and Larson's going hard to it. Picked up by the Cougars goaltender. Leaves it for her defenseman, and she tries to rim it. Smith has to beat her opponent there. Meets her there. And is able to get that to Levelholtz. Levelholtz has it. Puts it back to the point. Here's Reed. Reed doesn't like it. Sends it deep around. Smith has to release from the net side. She picks it up, sends it around the Levelholtz. Pass took a strange bounce, but Smith able to get a stick on that. She gets put up on the boards. Cougars pick that up, and that goes up and out of the zone. Picked up by Rogers, center ice. She's got time and space. She's going to take it. That's going to come in. She has it, leaves it for Levelholtz. Levelholtz shot on. Wide to the right as Cougars are able to poke check that forward. Deep in the zone, it's the selects. They're trying to get a centering pass that comes all the way out. Katzma's got a race for it. Good reverse by Katzma. Larson's trying to move that center to her. Levelholtz couldn't get it. Cougars go left side for an outlet. Good poke there by Rogers. Good block by Levelholtz. That gets up ice. It's Shue and Adams. Shue left side. She has Adams dart in middle. Shue shot on. Ooh, nice low dart there, but wide right. That was about 8 inches off the ice. Nothing but trouble. Here's Kilgora. Good pass to herself off the boards. She's going to go far side to Shue. Shue has it. Shot on. Good save there by the Cougars goaltender. Coming up big with the glove save. 12:31 left here. Knotted at 1. Kilgora, Adams, and Shue line up. Johnson and Olinsky on the backside. Face-off stuck on the dot. Adams comes in. She's able to maintain possession, gets it back to the point. Sophia Johnson tries to pull the trigger and just didn't have all of it. Fell off her stick there. She was trying to dart one. Olinsky, good reverse, comes around, rims around. Cougars able to pick that up, though. Adams trying to get a stick in the way. Once, twice, able to get a poke on that. Out of play. Zach comes all the way around. Goes over Shu's stick, but she's battling for it. She picks it up, has it left side. Skates hard, shot on, up and over the goaltender as that hit a shaft of a Cougar player. Backside, it's Shu. Taking a look, puts it in front, no one home. Cougar player able to get there. Johnson's able to hold the zone once, can't twice. Olinsky comes back, plays that. And it comes right over here onto Andert. Shot and a goal. Defensive breakdown there. Take a look at the replay. Just over the stick of Olinsky. She tried to play it, and Cougar foot there is able to hold the zone with the puck as Olinsky tried to move it off the boards. They come in and they score 2-1 Cougars. Little work left, plenty of time, 11:41. Cougars take the lead 2-1. Duncan, Jacobson, Elliott on the front side. Reed, Dogs on the back. Face-off won by the Cougars, comes deep into the zone. It's played by Dogs, goes off the boards. And that comes all the way back. They're going to play that in the neutral zone, the Cougars. They're going to put it in the zone. Dogs picks it up, bottom of the circles, goes off the half boards. Glass and blocked there by Jacobson. Picked up again by the Cougars. They try to bring it in the net. They're going to look for a centering pass. They get it. Couldn't get a shot off, though, as that's going to come out into the neutral zone. Jacobson putting the burners on there, trying to get to that. That's picked up by Dogs. Elliott moves it to her line mate in Jacobson. Couldn't get it deep. Good foot there by Elliott, trying to kick that forward. Couldn't get her stick pulled around as it was stuck behind her. Dogs holds the zone, comes to Elliott. Stuck on a skate by the Cougars, finally able to exit the zone. Comes out to neutral, now top of circles. Picked up by Reed. She's going to skate it around the net. Good reverse there. Tries to rim it around to Elliott. Elliott's battling with her opponent. Reed steps into it on the half boards. Here's the Cougars, step out from it. Toe drag, Andert with a nice pad save there in front. Gets a right pad and a glove to get a whistle. 10:33 left here in the second half. Izzy Johnson, Morgan Kivel, Paisley Leistig on the front side. Katzma and Rogers on the backside. Right side of Andert here. Face off one of the selects all the way around, rimmed around. Here's Kivel. Kivel trying to center outlet with authority. Cougars able to step into it. They put it deep in the zone as they try to center it. Can't get it around. It's picked up. They try to go far side. Here's Kivel. Kivel picks that up on a backhand. Tries to cut middle. Good play there by the Cougars. Able to stop that. Kivel with the rough there on the boards for sure. And that's going to be a penalty on Kivel for roughing. Body check is the call. Penalty kill coming up here for the selects. Leistig and Johnson stay out. Rogers and Katzma as well. 2 minutes to kill off here. 10:03 left. As this will be to the left side of Andert. Face-off stuck on the dot, picked up by the selects. Here's Johnson. She has it on a kill. Tries to go boards and out and hits her own teammates. In zone face-off coming up. Try this again. Defensive change as Johnson comes out with Olinsky. Izzy and Paisley on the front side. It's picked up. Olinsky, nice job. Puts that off the glass and deep. It's going to be played by the Cougars goaltender up to the blue line. Comes center street. Nice read by Paisley as she puts it back into the zone. Cougars pick it up. Top of circles. Look to regroup. They're going to move one over left side. Try to bring it over. Enter the zone. Right side. Look for a lead. Paisley, nice read. She chips it off the rink side. Puts it center. Izzy's got to win the race. Can't get there in time. Burning at the end of a shift. Nice job by Leistig. She tries to set it in, hits her own player. Second opportunity, is able to get in. Hits a skate, though, of the Cougars player. They're going to come up left side immediately. Penny's in there trying to cause some problems along with Olinsky. Olinsky ties her opponent up on the boards. Levelholtz goes fishing. Stuck on the boards as she pins her opponent on the boards. Cougars trying to come out with it. Still back there, it's Olinsky. Olinsky gets it, sends it off the shelf, and it goes deep. Penny's going to go hard on the forecheck. That goes far side. Smith's going to try to pick it up there. Can't win the race as it's chipped up. And Smith into the neutral zone. Good backhand by Smith. She gets it deep. 29 seconds to kill off here as the Cougars try to come up right side. They look for a stretch. They miss it. Should be an ice if it reaches. No. Waved off as it was playable in the eyes of the ref. Glove forward shot on. Misses right side as that comes up the far side. Smith is there. Smith plays it up and out. She's going to get a fresh set of legs on, as that's going to pretty much do it on Kivel's roughing or body check call, rather. Here's Cougars with a shot. Good save by Andert there. Puts it aside. It's going to be iced by the selects. They'll be able to get some fresh legs on here to take this on. Face-off will be to the left side here of Andert. 5-on-5 hockey resumes. 7:53 left. That comes out. Girls are trying to leave it. Music stays on. Here's Shu trying to play that up to her line mate Kilgora. Able to the third time. Way to not give up Bailey. Comes far side. Stick in the middle. It's sitting there. Cougars able to get that out of harm's way. It's going to go down. Not going to be enough. Chase is on. Lila Reed. Good skate as Sierra Andert plays that off. And that's out of the zone. So delayed offsides right now for the Cougars. Shu in the middle. Good stick by Shu. Continues the battle on the right side. As that goes down and around by the Cougars as they look to exit on the half boards. Shu in there trying to step in front. Gets it to the middle. Here's Adams. Shot. Nope. Stick handle once, twice. Couldn't get a shot pulled there in the end. Cougars able to thwart that from happening. Down and around by the Cougars. They try to send it. It's kept in. Here's Adams from behind the net. She's taking a look. Waiting for reinforcements. It's Duncan. Oh, and she misses wide right. Rogers able to hold the zone. Sends it down and around. 6:42 left. Elliott pops on in her place. Cougars right side. Carry the red line, dump that in, Ander puts it aside. It's going to be picked up by the Cougars as Rogers tries to put her opponent on the boards. Minnesota back to their point. D to D, shot on, up and over the glass. That missed wide. Try to center it, hits Duncan. Duncan, good job behind her back, tries to pull it. She gets hooked. It looks like they're going to call a hook on her. Power play for the Selects coming up. Good hustle by Duncan causing that power play opportunity. As we take a look at what we want to do here, it's going to be Kivel, Johnson, and Leisteg coming on. Duncan, nice job there. Good hustle. Gets the hook call on the way. Leisteg, Kivel, Johnson, Izzy Johnson, Sophia Johnson on defense with Annika Olinsky as well. Leisteg wins the faceoff, comes back. It's Olinsky. Olinsky has it, moves it to the half boards. Kivel moves it down deep. It's going to be Johnson. Johnson picks that up. Sucks one in with her. Leisteg picks that up in the corner. She slows it down, gives it back. Johnson, far side to Olinsky, hopped over her skate and stick. Comes deep. It's Kivel. Kivel, shot on. Tried to center one there. Johnson picks that up. They're playing a little soft. Johnson's going to take that. Moves with the Mohawk center. Tries to take a look. Trying to get something set up. She's going to move it back to the point. So Olinsky over to the flank side. It's Kivel. Kivel's going to take a look. Shot on. Hits the crossbar. Goes over. Good little dart pass there by Kivel. Good hold on the line. That was Olinsky. About a half a centimeter she held that on with. Finally comes out board side. Picked up. It's the Cougars. They're going to send it the distance. Minute left here on the power play as Andert leaves that behind for Olinsky. Olinsky picks it up. Loses the handle. Oh, shot on. Andert answering that call. Here's Johnson, Sophia. They're giving her space. She's going to take it. She comes up center street. Still has it left side. Looks for a leave. Yeah, they're going to call that a body check. They had called on Kivel. You got to call it on her. Johnson looks okay. No worry, worse for the wear, rather. So it's going to be a 5-on-3 now. That's about 34 seconds. Timeout by the Selects. Good time for it. 5-on-3, 4:43 left. Coach is going to draw something up here as they need to get something going. Body check the call, so 5-on-3, 34 seconds. They'll remain on a power play for a minute 30 thereafter if they can't get it done in the first 34 seconds. Coach giving direction on both sides, Minnesota side as well as the Select side. I can see Coach Bauer with the whiteboard out, setting up a face-off, in-zone face-off plate. Good time for a 5-on-3. Girls haven't seen a power play really all day, even in the first game, so this will be a heck of an opportunity to try to knot this up at 2. 8 seconds left here on the timeout by the Wisconsin Selects. And we'll see what play is run from a design perspective. That does it for the timeout. Whistle blown. Final instructions are being discussed. The referee's moving his finger, asking them to get moving. Coach Bauer taking every second they're going to give him. Referee still moving his fingers. Front side, Levelholtz, Larson, Smith, Dogs, Katzma on the back end. 5-on-3. Girls got to move the puck. As Levelholtz squares in here. Faceoff comes back. It's Smith. Smith over to Dogs. Dogs has it. Dogs taking a look. Gets it to Katzma. Katzma back to Dogs on the top. Dogs, Smith. Smith has it. Moves it back to Dogs. Just missed that pass. Shot on by Dogs right in the breadbasket. Left flanker to right D-man. That was Smith on the flanker side. She got it to Dogs, but it was on her right side. She's a left-handed shot. Levelholtz, outstanding win there on the face-off. Missed it on the first attempt, gets it on the second. Katzma going to give it to Dogs. Dogs has it. They're going to look for the flank side. It's Smith. Smith's got it. Got a shot on. Levelholtz, 2 shots on the rebound. Couldn't put it away. Good little design there. Levelholtz just had no room to move around that goaltender. 3 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Levelholtz squares in. That goes back to the Cougar side. They try to rim it down and around. Dogs is going to get there. 5-on-4 as one comes out of the box. They're going to go left flanker side off the skate of Smith. Smith picks it up, tries to move it, leaves a switch for Katzma. Katzma left flanker now. She goes back to Smith. Smith has it. Fake switch. Smith shot right in front. Oh, and the rebound by Levelholtz just couldn't get put away. Great opportunity there, just couldn't put it in. 1:08 left now, 5-on-4. Excellent job by the Selects. Couldn't buy themselves a rebound goal there if they tried. Excellent job by the Cougars goaltender in the back. 1:08 for this 5-on-4. It's going to be Leistig with Kivel and Johnson. That goes deep into the zone, comes out. Olinsky on the point. She is able to corral it, takes her time, looks for a pass off the boards to Izzy Johnson. She leaves it for Sophia. Sophia Johnson deep into the corner, does a reverse, back to Leistig. Leistig picks it up, gets it to Johnson deep. Back to Izzy Johnson out on the point. Izzy Johnson flanker side. Here's Kivel. Kivel tries to dart one middle. She's able to battle and hold her opponent up, and it's going to be Olinsky with a dart. Great glove save there by the Cougar goaltender. Olinsky with some speed on that shot. 3:22 left here in the half. 39 seconds left on the power play. Lysag can't win it. Comes back. Olinsky, nice job, holds the line. She's going to come across, move a switch with Johnson. She gets it to Izzy. Far flanker to the other flanker. It's Kivel. Kivel back to Johnson. Johnson has it. Goes around the back to Olinsky. Olinsky plays it off the board. She'll go to Izzy deep. Izzy has it. She's got Kivel coming in on the left flanker. Oh, back door was open and just missed that as Kivel was there. She set up a campsite in the back. Kivel far side. Shot and a goal. What a pass. Kivel to Izzy Johnson, and she's able to put that bar down on the backside. 8 seconds left, and they're able to knot this at 2. Outstanding puck movement from the selects on that one to put it in. That's going to do it for the power play. 2:51 left here in the half. Knotted at 2. Izzy Johnson answering the call on that one. Nice job by Kivel coming in on the left flank, hitting right flank there. Excellent job. Face off one back. Here's Olinsky. She gets that, puts it off the boards to Shu. Shu tries to move it up to Kilgora. Adams is in there, gets a stick in the way. And here comes the Cougars left side. They're able to put that center. They missed that centering pass, goes wide. Looks like a penalty's upcoming. Got a hook on Olinsky, so now we go on the penalty kill as the Cougars are able to get an extra player out. Looks like she had it on the back side there. 2:35 left as Jacobson and Elliott come out to try to kill this off. 2:35. So they'll have a 2-minute power play, 35 seconds of 5-on-5 if it goes the distance. This is going to be left side of Andert. Face off one back to the Cougars, comes back to the point. Shot on, nice block there. Jacobson able to get something on it as that's deep on the half boards. Elliott back there along with Rogers. Comes back to the overload side. Shot on here. Goes wide to the left. Andert understanding her post sobs, no problem. Shot on. Great save there by Andert. Heavy shot coming from the point. Andert answers with some leather. She saw it the whole way. Able to make the stop. Gets a whistle. Face off coming up right side of Andert. 1:34 left to kill off. Here's Elliott. Nice job by Elliott. She goes up and out of the glass. It's going to come all the way down to the Cougar end, right on the half board. They try to play it up. Elliott steps in front of it, but the Cougars are able to get it. A little bit of a back check here by Elliott as they try to come in on Andert. Shot on. That goes wide right. Went up over her stick as that's deep in the corner. Goes down and around. Far corner. Katzma on it. Tries to fire it. Couldn't get to it. Jacobson trying to get there. Katzma loses an edge. Picked up here in the middle by Elliott. Elliott circles. She has it. Trying to set it off the boards as she's ridden into the boards. Comes to the point side for the Cougars. Running an overload on the left. Shot tipped up and over the net. Dangerous shot there. Never got on net. At least from a height perspective, it was on net from a locational. Nice job by Katzma. Plays a backhand out in the zone, allowing a few fresh legs on. As that gets played, here's Kivel. Look out, tries to cut center with it. Cougars are going to try to bring that up 200 feet from the backside. Way to step into it, Izzy Johnson. But loses it the second, and Cougars put that in the zone. Hits the boards. Andert doesn't like the look, and she's going to go for a freeze and a whistle. 50 seconds left in the second period. 16 seconds left on the kill. This is going to be to the left side of Andert. They're going to go for a change. Smith and Levelholtz came out here, and they called them back. They said that it's too late. Face off one back. Ends up to Dogs. Here's Johnson trying to poke that out of the zone. Can't get to it. They're stuck on the board side. 40 seconds and ticking. Dogs is up in there trying to cause problems along with Johnson. 1 second left. That does it on the penalty kill for the Selects. No ice as that was tipped The goaltender trying to play it. Look out, it's Kivel. Kivel has it. She plays it center. Here's Lila Reed holding the zone. Gets it back over the stick of Kivel. Leistig hard on the forecheck. Deep in the corner. Cougars have it as they try to exit on the half boards. Here's Kivel. Steps in front. Shot on. Good save by the Cougars goaltender. 11 seconds left. 2-2. Kivel, Leistig, and Johnson. Reed and Dogs on the back end. Off the face-off, Leistig trying to move it forward. She's able to, picked up by the Cougars. They bring it up left side. They try to exit. Dogs has company as she has it. She reverses out of that, steps over the blue line. 1 second, that's going to do it. Shots in favor of the Cougars, 19-14. And we're going to end in a tie. Tough way to end. We get to see each other tomorrow morning, so it'll be the rubber match, if you will. Selects able to get a late power play goal to tie this up at 2. And we're going to end it here in Brookings, South Dakota. We will see you tomorrow morning, 9:45 a.m. against the same team. Fresh legs, that always helps. See how the girls respond. Appreciate you joining the Dusty Bender Network.